be sharing with you how to do a registry. Now, baby registries can be very hard, especially if it is your first time having a baby. For me, I was looking at this list when I went on to the place where I was going to create my registry, and I was like, crickets, I don't even know what I need. I mean, I know the basics. I need a crib, I need a bottle pumper, I need some clothes, but what else is there that you could possibly need? So I started looking around and trying to find a good baby registry list, a list of ideas of what you need to put on your registry. And most of the ones that I found were kind of like, some were super basic, some were crazy. So I decided to create my own baby registry list of all of the things that not only I, but some of my friends who are going through baby stuff have been talking to me about needing to get. So I put together a full downloadable PDF baby registry list. It is the ultimate checklist to your baby registry, and it just has basically everything. It's really great to save to your computer and to start your registry with, or to take in with you when you go to register for your baby stuff, or even if you already have registered, maybe check out the list. Maybe there's something on there that you've never even heard of, or things like that. So I'm gonna go through my registry list along with my personal registry so you guys can see kind of some things that I'm doing, because you guys know I'm doing everything really as organic as I possibly can. We're doing cloth diapers, homemade wipes, all that type of stuff. So that's not necessarily going to be on my actual registry, but it is on the registry list. So if it's some of the stuff you guys are going to be making yourself, it's still on the list, so you can complete that yourself at home instead of asking for it on your registry. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let's dive in. First of all, there's a million places that you can go and register at. The top ones that I would say are going to be places like Amazon, Target, and Bye Bye Baby, and or Babies R Us. So for me, when I was looking at things, I was like, oh, there's so many places you can register at. So I am like an avid Amazon user. I use Amazon at least once a week. My brother has Prime, so I tap onto his account, and it just makes it really easy. I love that you can get free shipping. My puppy's shaking. What are you doing? What are you doing? You going crazy? You gotta be quiet, okay? Shh, sit. Good girl. Stay. Don't move. A muscle. So there's a lot of benefits to all kinds of different registries. For me, I went with Amazon because you can get absolutely everything there. So Amazon, you can find everything on Amazon. I mean, seriously, if you can't find it on Amazon, where can you find it? But if you can't find it on Amazon, they have this really amazing thing where you can do a universal list. So I'll show you guys that and how I put universal items in. So you can go to anywhere, Target, Etsy, any place. Hold on, let me put my dogs out. My dogs are so loud, and then I'm gonna have a baby soon, so just going with the flow. Anyways, you can put all kinds of things on there. So I have things from Babies R Us that I could not find on Amazon, very specific things like a rocker glider, and a few other things. So they're more like brand specific type things. So I put that on there. I can get anything from anywhere. Macy's, I mean anywhere. So that is what is so amazing about Amazon. You're gonna go to Amazon Baby Registry Fact. That's just right underneath your Amazon registry on the left here. You're going to go to the Amazon Baby Registry Benefits right here, and then you're gonna go to this question that says, what is a universal registry? You just click on that little guy, and it will tell you that sometimes you're gonna find things you wanna add to your registry, but when you browse Amazon, it's not on there. So what you're gonna do is go over here to the right and click here to get the button. What that's going to do is this little button right here, this add to wish list up here, is going to pop up. So let's say I'm over on Etsy, and I really love this ridiculously cute baby bloomer and headband set. So what you're going to do, and then go to add to wish list. You're gonna click on that, and then this is going to pop up. So you can add it to your Amazon wish list. And in the comments, now the actual size and color is not going to pop up on that. So I'm gonna do size 0 to 3 months. And then I'm also going to put in what color. So I would do color pink. And then instead of saying add to wish list because I want to do my baby registry, I'm going to click this little down arrow and I'm going to do my baby registry right here. Now you can pick whichever picture that you want just by clicking through here. And there's a whole bunch of different things. So I would just do that and then go to add to baby registry. And then when you hop over to your registry, it will pop up. So if you go to your Amazon registry and you go to universal registry items, you can see this is going to pop up right here. So that when people are actually shopping this, they can go to shop this website. So when they go to that, you're gonna see right down here, it's going to say 0 to 3 months color pink. So it gives them an idea of exactly what you want. So when they click it, they just get brought over to Etsy and they can check out at Etsy with exactly what you want. So whether it is Etsy, Babies R Us, Target, Macy's, or any other cute little shops that you love, but it's not on Amazon, bam, you can find it and add it to your registry. It's totally your choice of where you go and register, but I recommend Amazon because once you have gone past like your date, they also give you a discount. If you are Prime, they give you like a little welcome baby box, and then they also give you a discount on the products that were not purchased for your registry. So that's pretty awesome. Now let's jump into the actual list that you can download from my description box down below. So this is the actual list that I created for you guys. Again, it's called the Ultimate Baby Registry Checklist. It has all of the breakdowns, each category: clothing, diapering, gear and fun, feeding, sleeping, bathing, nursery, and health. So anything that you're needing to get, it's on here. So let's just I'm gonna take you guys step by step through this actual checklist, and then I'm gonna show you on my registry some of the brands and some of the products I actually picked out for Willow. Some of these things on here may not be like on your top of the list thing. That's totally fine. Like I said, it's customizable to whatever you want to do. A good thing to know as well when we jump into this list is clothing for your baby is really important to figure out like when you're having your baby. Since Willow is due in August, I have 3 months of summer here in California basically before it goes into fall and winter. So 3 months of summer clothes, and then I have basically, 3 months of winter clothes. 3 to 5, depending on, where you live and all that type of stuff. So since I live in California, the clothes here are a lot lighter. I'm not gonna have to have heavy jackets and things like that on her because she's gonna be bundled up in blankets, and I don't have snow. So that's really important, especially because if you're putting stuff on your checklist just because it's cute, may not work out for the time age they are. Like, let's say it's December, your baby's born, and someone buys you a really cute like spaghetti strap or like romper, and you live in the snow. Not gonna work out. So make sure that you know that before you go on to register. So the first thing is clothing. Now I put on there, these are recommended for the first 3 months of your baby's life, not the whole year. So I put on there only about 3 months worth of clothes, but you can totally change that up to however you want. The first thing on here is going to be onesies. Now you need lots of onesies because apparently babies go through those like crazy because they have blowouts, you need to change their diapers, they spit up, all that great stuff. So be sure to get yourself a lot of onesies because that is what babies live in their first couple of months. You want to have a few really cute outfits, but onesies are the way to go. Along with onesies, depending on if you're having a boy or a girl, leggings or pull-on pants, because they're going to be wearing diapers, you don't want to be getting all those crazy things. So just easy pull-on leggings and pants are going to be awesome. Things that are a little bit more seasonal are sweaters and jackets, depending, like I said, on when your baby is born. That's when you kind of want to go in and register for those. I am putting a few of those on here just because we will be getting into the fall-winter time, but those are going to be from 3 to 6 months or 3 to 9 months, depending on, whatever I put on there. So I know that the things that I'm registering for are going to fit her during the time that I need them. Of course, you need socks, and shoes are optional. I'm not probably going to be putting shoes on my kid for the first couple months because they won't really need them. I'll just be buying really cute socks. Anti-scratch mittens are really important because when they are growing their little tiny nails and they're scratching themselves, you need to have those on there. Pajamas, of course, because babies sleep. I don't know if you know that, but babies sleep a lot. So pajamas are important. Accessories could be headbands, bows, scarves, little neckties, again, gender specific, and then laundry detergent. I did pick out an amazing laundry detergent that is on the organic side that I am really excited to try out. So if you guys want to check that out, it is on my registry. Okay, jumping into the diapering category. Now this is going to be, depending on what you're doing, I am going to be cloth diapering. So for me, some of the things on here I'm going to be buying extra of, or I added on here because if you are cloth diapering, you need a few more things than if you are doing regular disposable diapers. So you're going to need diapers, you're going to need, if you are cloth diapering, the insertable liners for inside the diapers, you know what I'm talking about. You will also need laundry detergent for cloth diapers. You need to make sure that your laundry detergent can be used with cloth diapers. That's very important that I learned. So I got one that is on the organic side, and it is also safe for cloth diapers. You're gonna wanna make sure that you register for wipes because you need a wipe for little booties. I am making my own. I put that on the registry, or on this little checklist. I'm actually making my own, so you won't see it on my registry. You're going to need a diaper rash cream for their little booties. I have an organic one on Amazon. Again, I love that Amazon has all these options. It's so great. You'll need a diaper pail, a pail liner, and a diaper bag. So that's important to kind of go around and look. I suggest you going into store and checking these things out so you really like the functionality of these things. That way you're not buying something and then getting it and you're like, whoa, 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 that's a little crazy. So it's good to make your registry, then go into the store, check things out, kind of switch things around, and then change them online when you need to. I also put down a wet dry bag. They have this on Amazon. It's awesome because the zipper for the inside pocket is waterproof, and then it has like a mesh outing so that you can put dry things there. But if you're like, let's say that your kid has a blowout and you have this like really gross poopy onesie or like peed everywhere, I don't want to put that in my diaper bag with all the rest of the stuff or like throw it in the back of my car. So I actually got on my registry this little bag that is waterproof, and that's perfect, like a genius idea. So that's on here. And then you also need hand sanitizer. May as well throw it on your registry so that way you don't forget. Getting into the gear and fun section is kind of where it gets a little bit more complicated. So these are the things that you really have to do some research on or get recommendations and advice from family and friends who either have recently had a baby or have something that they just absolutely love. Your baby carrier is something that you actually carry on yourself. A sling for when they're smaller, like one of the fabric slings, and then the actual like buckle ones for when they get a little bit bigger. A stroller. Now we first put a Bitmax or something like that type of stroller and car seat, like travel system all in one on our registry. We went into Babies R Us and tried out that stroller. Hell no, we're not getting that stroller. First of all, the car seat was extremely heavy. It was hard to lock into the actual stroller. The whole system was just ridiculous. I don't care that it had #1 in safety. The functionality of that thing was crap. So we were looking at other strollers, and that's where we found the Graco or Graceco, however you pronounce it, one that I love. It is so amazing. It's so lightweight. It has great reviews, all that stuff. So be sure to ask around, look up reviews and things like that before you go and invest in something very expensive. You also want to put down a car seat if you're not getting a travel system like me. You need to get a car seat cover. Now this is optional, but I found this car seat cover that you can put it like over your car seat. It is by Milk Snob, and they have the cutest things. What's great about these covers is that, especially when your baby's newborn, people that are like wanting to touch your baby and you're freaking out about it with their germs on their hands and things. First time mom talking. So, you know, I don't even have my baby yet, and I'm already thinking, you're gonna have to put hand sanitizer on your hands before you touch my kid. So having this on here is super multifunctional. It can cover the car seat so your baby doesn't have all kinds of prying hands coming in, as well as if she or he is sleeping, you can throw that up. People aren't going to disturb your baby. Second, you can wear it as a nursery cover. So when you're nursing, you can have a cover so that you're not exposed if you do not want to be exposed when breastfeeding, if you are breastfeeding. And then third, what's really cool is that you can put it over your stroller basket. So when you are putting your baby in the stroller to go grocery shopping, it'll have everything covered so you're not having to sanitize the whole cart before you put your baby in it. Then you're also going to want to register for a pack and play or play yard. Those are great to, you know, put your kid in while you're doing stuff around the house or going places. A baby bouncer seat. these are just some of the basics. Baby bouncer seat, a play mat or activity gym, an infant swing, because you know babies love to sleep. Throw your baby in there and they're happy. And then a doorway jumper for when they get a little bit older and they're needing to exercise their cute little chumpy adorable legs. And then toys and books. So that finishes up that category. On to feeding, which is pretty important. Now this is both for if you're going to be breastfeeding or if you're doing formula. You're gonna need a nursing pillow. The boppy is basically what everyone gets. A nursing wrapper cover. Now if you're already getting the car seat cover, you got that covered. And then you're going to need nipple ointment. I know, I'm not putting it on my registry because I'd rather just go out and buy that and not have someone buy it for me. Breast pads, a breast pump if you're going to be pumping. And then another thing is breast milk storage. Now they have these little bins on Amazon that you can buy to put your bags in. So when you buy your breast milk bags and you need to save them, you can organize everything, data, all that stuff, which is great. You're gonna need burp cloths, and of course you're going to need bottles. So totally depends. I got one of the main brands because they just have such good reviews on them, and they're gonna help the baby with gas and acid reflux and all of that type of stuff. You're also gonna need a bottle brush cleaner. If you are doing formula, you will be needing formula. Be sure to research and check out which ones are best for you and your baby and all of that type of stuff, for, you know, all the important things that need to be in formula. You will need a bottle drying rack. Whether or not you are going to be breastfeeding or nursing, you're probably at some point in time gonna need a bottle, so you're gonna need a bottle drying rack. A bottle sterilizer. I'm getting one of these because it does it in, I think, 12 minutes, so I'm not having to clean them all the time by hand myself. A bottle warmer, a high chair, some typical baby stuff, so bowls, spoons, sippy cups, bibs. If you're doing your own homemade baby food like I am, I'm gonna be getting I actually am just gonna use my regular processor at home, but if you don't have a food processor, you can buy a baby food processor, so I put that on here. And a baby food recipe book. Amazon has a whole bunch of them. I found an organic one, which I'm really stoked about. You also need things like pacifiers, teething toys, and then there's this thing called a fresh food feeder. I learned about this on Facebook actually in one of the mommy groups, and you can stuff it when your baby's teething. You can stuff it with like frozen fruit. You can put frozen breast milk, little ice cubes in it. It's really cool, and it helps your baby teeth so they're not teething on like plastic and things like that. So you also need food storage containers if you're going to be making your own homemade baby food, and these things are awesome. I have that on my registry. They're gonna save so much time. Sleeping is pretty basic. You're going to need blankets, swaddle blankets for when the baby's really little and you need to cover them up when they're sleeping. I put down a white noise machine because I know that I play music for Willow while she's in my tummy and everything, and she's around noise so much, so I know she's gonna need noise to sleep. A humidifier, a nightlight if you want a nightlight, crib sheets. Apparently you need multiple of these because again, babies poop, pee, throw up, so you're gonna need to go through multiple crib sheets when they actually get into their crib, or for their bassinet or wherever, like your co-sleeper or whatever you're having them in. And a waterproof mattress pad. For bathing, you're gonna need a baby bathtub. Now, if you are going to be putting your newborn in the bathtub, make sure the bathtub that you get has either the little thing where the kid can sit and doesn't fall into the bathtub as a newborn, because they're really, really small. So mine has like a little special spot on it to where it can sit so the baby's not, you know, getting dunked under the water, because that's not safe at all. A baby bath rinser. These are great for when they get a little bit older. You can just get this cup, it rinses. It has like a little thing where you can put it over their head and just kind of tilt their head back and it doesn't get in their eyes. You'll need baby towels. I got one with a cute little hood and it's a shark. I had to. You will need washcloths, some baby shampoo and baby lotion. Again, I am going the organic route. So baby shampoo, I am buying an organic one. Baby lotion, I'm actually gonna be using coconut oil, so you will not see that on my registry. Now for the nursery, this is where things can get a little more expensive. So you'll be needing a changing table, you'll be needing a pad for that table, and then a pad cover. You're going to need your crib, of course, your crib bedding, I got this really cute, oh my gosh, on the Registry. It's the cutest crib bedding ever. I love it. You'll also need a crib blanket if you want to, a baby monitor so you can check your baby while you're not in the same room while he or she is sleeping. I put down on there kind of the basics for your room. So curtains, you're gonna need a crib mattress, a bassinet or co-sleeper if you decide to do that. We are getting the Halo co-sleeper, so she'll be sleeping with us for probably the first 3 to 5 months, totally depends. I have no idea how long I'm gonna wanna keep her next to me. A glider and or rocker. You're also going to need an ottoman if you want to put your feet up while you're rocking or gliding your baby. A nightstand or side table, I put that on there just kind of as like another thing, because when I'm going to be sitting next to my baby on the rocker, I want to be able to have a nightstand so I can throw my phone up there or put a book up there and have like a little lamp or anything like that. You're also going to need your mobile for above your crib, a hamper, baby hangers if you want to choose to use baby hangers, because most of your baby clothes, especially the first 3 months, are not going to fit on hangers if you want to hang them up. And then storage. So I put that on there just as like a typical kind of universal all over idea. You might need bins, you might need buckets, things like that for storing certain baby things. The last thing on this list is going to be your health category. So of course you're gonna need a first aid kit. This is just something that if you don't have it in your house already, have it on hand, because you never know what is going to happen with your baby. We put down a digital thermometer. This is one that you can just scan from his or her forehead, which is really nice. It's not intrusive, like trying to put it and keep it in their mouths or their armpits or their butt. Like, that's so weird to me. Just get the digital one. Also a baby nasal aspirator, so anytime that they have snot and all that gunk in their like mouth or nose, all that type of stuff, you need one of those. A baby nail kit, because like I said, they wear those mittens, but trust me, their nails grow like crazy. My friends are always like, I'm doing it every other day because their nails grow so fast. So you're also going to need baby laundry detergent. I am going to be getting a baby laundry detergent because I don't want to use something that's really harsh, because they do have very sensitive, soft, sweet skin. So I don't want to get something that is really scary on their skin and can cause them to either break out or it's just too rough for them. So she will be having her own laundry detergent. A baby hairbrush, because they're so cute and your baby may or may not have hair. So if they do have hair, you'll need a brush. And then I put on here last, just as another little extra thing, a gas or stomach helper. So I found out there's this thing called, I think it's called gripe water, and the kind that I put on my Registry is organic, and it helps when they get gas or any of that type of stuff in their tummy and they're unhappy and uncomfortable. I want to have it so that I'm not having to run out and get it when my baby is upset and everything. I will have it with me so that if she does get little tummy complications, I can give it to her and it's going to be safe for her to digest. So that is everything on that entire list. Again, it will be downloadable with a link down below, and I'll just say downloadable baby registry PDF, so you can download that straight to your computer or just look at it if you want to, see what's on it. If you guys want to check out and get inspiration, you guys can head over to my Registry. I'll put that down below. Again, it's on Amazon. Registering on Amazon is so easy. They also break up everything into categories. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Baby registering is so much fun. Really exciting to know that I have just a couple of months before we see her, and I'm going to be putting her in all these cute clothes and everything, and just having her here with me is going to be so great. So I hope you guys like this video. Please give a thumbs up if you did, and if you are expecting your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 20th baby, congratulations. I'm excited. I'm so excited to be having my first, and it's just the most exciting time of life. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.